All right, welcome back to Miss Leah's Crochet. So today we are going to make this gorgeous scarf. I have it all rolled up. It is a very plush, very nice scarf. It's fully machine washable, and this is going to be our basics pattern. Okay, she's fantastic, and you can definitely machine wash and dry. I normally hang it to dry, but that is, you know, just my personal preference. You can see that it's pretty consistent throughout. Even for a beginner, this is going to be an easy place to start. So if you're not quite ready for our other tutorial of crocheted hearts, that is okay. There are a lot of different stitches in this. We're only doing 2 in this one. So let's get ready and let's pick out our yarn. So today we're going to be using this Bearnat Baby Blanket yarn. Now, you can use any type of yarn. This is a huge yarn ball compared to normal yarn balls, but you're always going to want to look on the back of your yarn, and you're going to try to look for this. This is a super bulky size 6, and it gives you what needles and crochet hooks you would need. So the needles are for if you are knitting this item, you will have size 8mm or size 11 US needles. It is very similar on this one, not always the same, but for this one it is US L or 11, which is 8mm crochet hook as well. We do have an 8mm crochet hook, just like the ones that you are using in your gift baskets for the Valentine's Day event. So let's get started. What you will need is your yarn, of course, which we have, your crochet hook, a darning needle in the end to weave in those ends, and any scissors that you have on hand. These are just cute, crafty ones, but you don't have to get these. All right, so let's put aside all of that for now. We're going to open up our yarn. So most yarn either feeds from the center or one of these ends. So we're going to find the end of our yarn. Sometimes this can be an adventure. There we go. Here we go. We found it. All right, so let's get into the actual pattern. First, we want to decide how long we want our scarf to be. So this is going to be the width of the scarf. Once we've picked the right width, we can make it in length as long as we want. You could keep going forever if you want to do that. You can even join it at the end and make an infinity scarf, whatever floats your boat. So first we're going to make a slip knot. So there are many schools of thought on how to do this. I just wrap it around once and then pull it through the center. Okay, so the point of a slip knot is just that you have an adjustable knot. That way you can tighten it by pulling on it. All right, so put your hook through that slip knot and tighten it up. Doesn't have to be very tense here. Don't worry about that if you've got a little bit of wiggle room. Just make sure it's not flying off. It's not bigger than the hook. So first what we're going to do is chain. So chaining is the most basic stitch in crochet. This is how we decide on that width like we spoke about. Okay, so first we're going to yarn over. So what that means is just wrap our yarn around our hook. All right, you got yarn over. So now we're going to hold the bottom of this loop that we've already put on our hook, and we're going to place our hook downwards so that the yarn is in the grasp of the hook. This is essentially what crochet is, using this hook to pull loops into a series of knots. So make sure we've got a secure hold here. We've got our yarn and our hook. We're just going to pull it through the other loop. There you go. So you've chained one. You are crocheting now, friends. Okay, so we're going to keep holding. We're going to do it again. Yarn over, turn your hook downward, pull through. Sometimes you'll have to wiggle when you get to the end. That's just from being new to this. And you can hold your yarn however you want. I wrap it around my first pointer finger and then kind of my pinky, just so that it's not all over the place. So we've chained 2. For this one, let's just chain 10. So we get the hang of it and we've got a good scarf width. So yarn over again, turn, pull through, that's 3. Yarn over again, turn, pull through, that's 4. 5, 6. And once you've got a length here, you can go and grab it higher up. That's completely fine. Yarn over, pull through, that's 7, 8, 2 more, 9, and yarn over, turn, pull through, we have 10. All right, so we've started out, we've got a width of about this wide. Now what we're going to do is make what's called a turning chain. This will make a little bit more sense as we get deeper in there, but essentially a turning chain is the loop that you have at the end of each chain as you turn to go back the opposite direction in your work, okay? So we're gonna do one additional chain over what is required. So we're gonna yarn over, I'm gonna pull through, and that's our additional chain. So that's the chain on our hook. What we're going to do now is crochet into this first loop that is not on our chain. Or sorry, what we're going to do now is crochet into this second loop from the hook because we have an extra. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. Okay. So this is our first single crochet stitch. So we're going to put our hook through that loop. We're going to yarn over, point down, pull through. So now you'll have 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through those 2 loops. That is your first single crochet of the round. So you'll see the loop that you went through is here. We're gonna go to the next loop down. And with these fluffy yarns, you can just feel with your fingers or a fingernail or the hook itself to see where those are. So we're gonna do it again. We're gonna go through, yarn over, tilt down, pull through. That gives us 2 loops on our hook itself. So we're going to yarn over and pull through those 2 loops. Okay, so that's 2 stitches. And what you'll notice on the top here are there's 2 V's in the stitches. Each of those is 1 stitch. So if you're ever confused, you feel like you've lost your place, you can count the V's and you'll know where you are in your stitching or in your pattern, especially if you're going from a stated pattern. All right, let's go to the next one and go through, yarn over, pull through, 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through both loops. Go again through the next hoop, yarn over, pull through 2. And we're just going to keep going until the end of that row. Go through, yarn over, pull through. And on this last one, I'm gonna make sure you're getting the right loop. It might be a little bit tighter because you're slip knot, so keep that in mind. Going through, yarning over, pulling through, yarn over, and pull through those 2 loops on her hook. So you'll notice it kind of shrimping, as I say. The color is perfect for that. But over time, as you're working with it, it'll have more weight to it. Right now, it's just 1 row of single crochet, but it'll have more weight to it as we go forward. So now we're at the end. So what we're going to do is chain 1 because we need a turning chain. Remember, at both ends, we need to chain 1 so that we have a chain on which to turn. So we're just yarning over, pulling through our 1 loop. And then guess what we do after the turning chain? We turn. All right, so now we're going to do the same thing and go through. So now you see the V's on the top, right? See these V's? What we're gonna do for this is go through both V's of each stitch. So you're gonna go in, go through those 2 V's. There you go. Yarn over and pull through. That gives you, again, 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2. And that's your first stitch. You'll see now that you can see your turning chain on the outside a little bit. It poofs out a little bit. So go into your next loop. yarn over and pull through. You have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through 2. Go to our next one, go through, yarn over, turn your hook, pull through, 2 loops on the hook, get myself some more yarn, 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, and pull through those 2. So you'll start to see at the end here how thick each row is. And you'll see that even though we've got that little lip there, it's still got a flat side. So you'll notice also the bottom has a flat side. That is what we're going for. So if you are worried about that extra turning chain being a problem, don't worry about it. You can see it here. Keep going all the way to the end with those single crochets. At the end, you might find it hard to find both of those V's, so just wiggle around until you find them. It just takes a moment. You're gonna yarn over and pull through, and then yarn over and pull through those 2 loops. So that's 2 rows of what we've been doing here. I shudder to say it's a pattern, but that's what we've got so far, okay? Now again, you can make this as long as you want. We're gonna just do a sample, so we'll do a few more rows so that you can get the idea of how this works. You can also make gifts like this that are, you know, just a square, make a coaster, anything along those lines. And in our next series, we'll talk about how to make a granny square. So we chain 1 for our turning chain. We're going to then turn. Might have been ahead of me on that one. All right. I'm going to go through those 2 loops, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Again, you'll see the turning chain at the end there. And we're going to keep going all the way down the row. All right, so now we are at the end of row 3. You'll see this works out pretty quickly compared to a lot of patterns. So it's always a good place to start with a scarf. So turning chain, chain 1, and then turn. We're going to do the same thing all the way down. So through 2, yarn over, pull through, and pull through 2. Pull through both loops, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, perfect. Go through, yarn over, pull through, 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through both. All right, and we're just gonna keep going all the way down. And what we're making here are single crochets. All right, so that is our 4 rows. Doesn't that look fun? And it is very soft and nice. It's a great yarn to work with. I love baby blanket yarn. Let's do our turning chain and then turn, surprise, surprise. All right, so we're gonna do 1 more row. So go through both, you're starting to get the hang of it. Yarn over, pull through, 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through both. And sometimes I grab the loops as I'm going through them with these 2 fingers, right? That's personal preference. You'll sort of find the way that your hand feels most comfortable with the hooks, where you need to hold, where you need to increase or decrease tension, which fingers it's easiest to wrap the yarn around for you. The goal is for this to be a fun hobby, to keep it functional. There's also a lot of options if you have a disability, if you have a low sight level. There are tools that can help you to sort of zoom in on some of these smaller stitches. If you need a pattern and you have a sight issue, there are a lot of sites that provide audio-based patterns as well. You can also just listen to a tutorial like mine, and that will give you an option to learn how to crochet a little bit easier. Same thing if you have any sort of mobility disability, especially something around arthritis. This can be a really difficult hobby for a person to pick up. I have a lot of these ergonomic based hooks that are a little bit longer. So for someone who has arthritis, these might be a little bit easier to deal with because you've got a little bit more leverage than you would with this smaller hook that I'm holding with only, 2 or fewer fingers. All right, so there are quite a few of our rows there. Hopefully you're starting to get the hang. You'll still see we've got these little bumps at the edges. Those are our turning chains. Over time, those mellow out a little bit more as the scarf stretches, as you use it more often. And it gives you a little bit better of an idea of where your turning chains are for this. You can also make it, like we said, as long or as short as you want, but this gives you a little bit of a sample of what it will look like. You can also do multiple colors. A lot of people will transition colors during a pattern in an artistic way. You can switch colors from your hook, or you could just make a bunch of squares of one type of yarn and then add in other types of yarn that have different colors, especially for a Valentine's Day gift. That can be so much fun. But thank you so much for joining me to get started on your scarf.